Okay, so today we're going to be moving on to the second scene in Act 1. We discussed yesterday the importance of the opening scene, Scene 1, where we meet the three weird sisters, or as the three witches, as they discuss how they will plan to meet Macbeth and tell him his future. So today we're going to be looking at a similar essential question and learning objective, okay? So we're looking at how did tone and mood impact the play, and to understand the main points of Act 1, Scenes 1 to 3. This is the same as yesterday because we are moving on to our first encounter with the other characters of the play that do not have anything to do with the supernatural. So we're going to look at the tone and the mood that they create outside of the supernatural, outside of the three weird sisters. So make sure you take this down into your interactive notebook and remember to take a photograph and upload this into your folder on Google Drive immediately after the lesson. So here you have some notes. Again, very important for you to write these down into your interactive notebook in your notes/activities section. Act 1, Scene 2. So here's where we meet the characters that are involved in the play, or some of them anyways. We still do not meet Macbeth, but we do hear quite a bit about him. So here, King Duncan meets soldiers and noblemen who tell him that the rebels and invaders who threatened his rule have been defeated. The former Thane of Cawdor is condemned to death for his treachery. So the Thane of Cawdor would have been trying to rebel against Macbeth and his rule, and he has been sentenced to death for trying to go against King Duncan. And then Duncan instructs Ross, one of his noblemen, to give Macbeth the title of Thane of Cawdor as a reward for his bravery in a battle. At this stage, we are introduced to Macbeth, who is obviously the main character of the play, as the play is named after him. Macbeth is referred to in this as brave, fair, and everybody seems to think that he is a fantastic subject to the king, okay? So that he is very, very good to his king and that he is happy to fight for him and protect his reign. Here, all of the characters respect him. It's very important to note this, as this is going to be a very stark contrast to the Macbeth we meet towards the end of the play. It's important to remember that the beginning of the play is significant or important because we know that Macbeth is a tragic hero. So that means that he is a good person who becomes the instrument of their own downfall, and they end up basically ruining their own lives. So here it is important to note once again that the characters here in this scene discuss how much they value Macbeth and how respected he is as a person. There you have your key quotation at the bottom. Fair, brave Macbeth, well, he deserves that name. And that's one of the sergeants that say this about him, and everybody agrees that this is true about Macbeth. So more information is available here on this video, just like the rest of the lessons or the rest of the videos that are available throughout this lesson or these lessons. Please click onto it and watch it. It's a couple of minutes long. Write down some notes in addition to these ones here and include them in your IMB and then upload it onto the Google Drive. Your task today is very simple. Once you've completed that work, you need to go to Google Classroom and answer the 4 comprehension questions. Okay, that is your second task today. Now, given that it is a double lesson, you have an additional task today to complete. Okay, so here you have a graphic organizer. And what I'm going to ask you to do is to use this structure of a graphic organizer to document your quotations. So what I will ask you to do is to write Act 1, Scene, or you don't actually have to put that in. All you have to put in here is Act 1, okay? In these bubbles, then you will have Scene 1, Scene 2, Scene 3, Scene 4, Scene 5 and 6, and then Scene 7. Okay, there's only 6 bubbles there, but I want you to put 5 and 6 in the same one, and 7 then on its own. So what you are going to do here is you are going to document the quotations. So your title will be Important Quotations. In here you will have Act 1, and you will start maybe with, you can start here, maybe number 1, or here, it's up to you. So 1, Scene 1, you'll put the quotation that I've included in my PowerPoints there. scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, 5 and 6, and scene 7. And you input all of the important quotations that we've been focusing on into those. So far we have only done Act 1, Scene 1, Scene 2. So all you will need to do is include them in Scene 1 and Scene 2. But you will need to draw this, or else you can print the version that I have on the Google Classroom out and stick it into your interactive notebook. And you will need to come back to this regularly. Okay? So once again, in terms of your tasks, what you need to do is make note of these in your interactive notebook. Make note of the additional points available here in your interactive notebook. Take a picture, upload it to the Google Drive into the interactive notebooks folder. Then you need to complete task 2 on Google Classroom. 4 very simple questions. And finally, you need to fill in your graphic organizer so that you can document the important quotations.